Hey guys, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, where our hunt through the Forbidden Woods for little Makar continues. Also, our hunt for the big dungeon item. I would actually really like that because if I remember right, it's actually quite good and quite iconic for the Zelda franchise itself. Now we need to find our way through this maze of thorns. But first, what's behind here? Drop this, run away. I'm learning what these buttons do. What do we got? It's a goodie. It's a shiny goodie. Shiny is good. You got the compass. Now you can see where things are hidden in the dungeon. Yay. How many treasure chests are there in this dungeon? 3 on the next floor, 1 that we can't get to, 1 in front of the boss, and a lot in the basement. I have a feeling we're going to be going to the basement pretty quick. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to get all the way to the boss this episode, but I'm hopeful that, especially if I do that, but I'm really hopeful that we can make a good, hard attempt at it. I do not like this type of maze, especially since the walls are very hurty. Link also does not appreciate this maze. And I have a feeling, a very bad feeling, that at some point I'm going to have to carry something through a maze like this. And I don't remember if that's accurate or not. I think that's going to be accurate. Now there's no way to get a bomb through here. That's just silly. But I probably should, you know, actually explore this Deku Baba... Oops, wrong button. This Deku Bud. You know, because clearly this is the next step of the puzzle and not going back through the same maze I just cleared. Or is it? What am I doing here? I really want the camera to move. Thank you. Now this is definitely a brain scratcher. Do I need to chunk this bomb over the wall? Is that possible? It does appear to be possible, but I need to be closer than that. Alright, let's try this. Too close. Run away. Alright, little bomb flower. I hope you don't run out of bombs. Did I get it? Yes. Okay. Puzzle solved. Hit taken. Everything's... Can I get hearts out of here? I can. Very good. Hearts are good, and it's actually quite considerate that they allowed you to do that, considering that some people like me are going to be very bad at this maze. I don't know if I'm precisely bad at it. I'm finding my way through it quite nicely. I just go too fast, and I say I'm finding my way through it nicely, and then everything went to heck. Straight to heck, I tell you. This is a Christian Zelda server. We don't swear here. Even if we did in the last episode, what's in the chest? You got a small key. Use it to open locked doors. You can only use it in this dungeon. This might be the only small key in this entire place. And we know exactly where we're going to use that because we've only seen one small lock, and I did not miss you guys in the slightest with your jumping out surprise ambushes of me. Go. Oh, choose. All of you go away. Everyone in this room, go away. I don't want to see any of you. Especially you, Steve. You're the worst Chew. Camera angle, you're the second worst. Alright, I think all the Steves are dead. Every Steve everywhere has just died. Rest in peace, all Steves. Which is going to make work really interesting tomorrow because I actually work with a guy named Steve. And I actually really hope that he's not dead because I really like him. He's a good guy. Alright. What is through door number 2? Is it the big treasure? Because I would still like that. Yes. You. I would like what you hold. And then I would like you to go away. Interestingly enough, you do not die to the poison swamp. Like I'm about to. Hooray. Can I even get out of this? Or is this even poison? Did they just count on drowning me? I would like you to leave me alone. I am in weird voice mode today. I am super tired today. Today was a very long day. I got a lot done, but at the same time, I didn't get really what I wanted done. So, there's been a delay in my next Let's Play. It should be going up, or it should have gone up yesterday. What are you? But I've discovered something in putting it up. I actually cannot have a capture profile with 2 recording settings with the same capture card, which I'm actually really surprised by and slightly infuriated with, because it took me an hour to come to that conclusion. And it was basically, okay, I can either hang on a second, you're interrupting my story, fascinating as it is. It's not really fascinating, but I wanna whine. I can either choose a different game to play, which I've already delayed once, so that I can choose a different game to play. This is actually my second choice in games. I wasn't intended to play this game at this point in time. I don't really want to say what it is in case it still goes awry and I have to make another substitution, but there are 3 of you. There are 3 of you. There are 3 of you, and I want you all to die. Please die. But before you do that, give me your feathers. Link, you're gonna die. Link, you need to lock onto something. Link, lock onto something. Lock onto... You know what? Let's just do this. Before I die, let's run away. These guys are about to become very annoying and then very trivial. In fact, they're so trivial and I've gotten all the goodies from them, I'm leaving. So anyway, I could choose another game, which would be another delay, or I could buy the game in a different format. Wow, your wings are pretty. And spend more money to play a game that I already have, really. So I don't know what this is, but I do know how to fight him. I think. It's entirely subjective. Okay. Is that first game over? Crap. Alright. We're back after that kind of embarrassing moment in which I was very frantic, and I've taken some time to calm down, and I think I can explain this boss fight properly. Especially now that I have a full health bar. So this is Mothula, and It's a fairly simple fight. You need to target it and hit it with the Deku Leaf. That will stun it and drop it close enough to the ground for you to do some damage. It will also poop at you. I don't know what those little things are called other than Mothula poop. But once you hit this a few times, it loses its wings, and then it's just like the one we fought a few rooms ago, and then it dies. It's really not hard as long as A, you keep your wits about you, and B, you don't let it combo charge you, because once it starts charging you, until you get it stunned, it could do a lot of damage. What do I get? Ooh, golden feather. More importantly, big dungeon chest. You got the Boomerang, set it to and throw it with blah blah blah. The iconic Zelda weapon. Target specific objects by holding the button you set it to and aiming at something until the red targeting cursor changes to a bang. You can target up to 5 objects at once. This was, I think, the first time the Boomerang could ever lock onto multiple enemies, and I believe it actually inspired the Twilight Princess Boomerang, which upgraded it further by having that whirlwind effect. I'm always going to do that. 2 more golden feathers, and we could complete that Rito side quest. But just drift your targeting cursor over a switch like that, target up to 5, and you usually accomplish something good. In this case, opening the door. And also, remember when I said P-hats were really annoying but about to be really trivial? This is why. P-hats are weak to the Boomerang. Hit them once and they lose the ability to fly. And I believe one of you, I'm not going to say who, but in the comments of one of my episodes asked, do I just not Z-target things? And that's not entirely true. What I said was, at the time, was, yes, I target things, but it took me a while to get used to it, and I really want... And this is kind of an example of how targeting things is actually kind of weird in this game as well. That's the other problem with it. Even after you get used to how it works, the targeting in this game is not as good as Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess. If the enemy is just out of your range or drifts in and out of your range, you lose your lock-on focus, and that range feels really short. Much shorter than other games. Another problem I have with it is I feel like in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, and I may be wrong on this, but after you defeated the enemy you were locked onto, if there were other enemies around, it would also lock on to the next one in line. And that also doesn't happen in Wind Waker, and that bothers me, because that does change how I approach combat in this game. So, in addition to, you know, me not hitting the right button as I told her, or told them, I think it's a her, pretty sure it's a her. I'm pretty sure I've known her long enough to say confidently it's a her. You know, I hit the wrong button just like I did there, but also the system itself is kind of finicky. And you gotta joypin it for all that effort. This is actually a chest that I really don't like. I feel like for all this effort to get up here, it should probably be like a chart, you know, something good. But now, also that we have the Boomerang, we can open these style doors that require 2 flowers to defeat before they unlock. And a bunch of these pods. These pods typically will have rupees or magic jars or, you know, supplies. Sometimes they might have monster spoils. I believe that is a possibility. But it's not reliable enough to, you know, count on that. I would just treat them like jars. Now, they will use... Why are you not... There you go. They will use... Wow, did you not go to the second one? They will usually have higher denomination rupees in them. They'll have 5 and 10 rupees instead of just 1. So they are richer sources of rupees. Oh no. Of course I have to do this room again. Of course the P-hats and everything's respawned. Don't you poop at me. I don't want your poop. Your poop creeps me out. Seriously, this is the one enemy in the game. Those little spike balls, they're absolutely harmless. They creep me out. And I think it's because no matter where you are, they all turn and look at you. Like, you know, at the same time. It's really creepy. Oh hey, there is a thing we're going to kill. Everyone lock on and prepare to fight. Well, we can't kill him, but we can maybe make him die. Link, why are you not bringing out the boomerang? This is also something I don't like about this game. It feels less responsive overall. It could be my controller. But you see how I'm having to sweep over multiple times to get a lock on, and sometimes he just doesn't bring out the item when I want it. There we go. It definitely feels less responsive than other Zeldas, but okay. It's very important that we get across at the top of this room because we need to be able to cut down these vines. That will cause this flower to fall and crash through to the basement. And that's the next part of the dungeon. Perfect. Now I probably could just fall onto that flower and survive. Yes, okay. Sometimes I'm a coward and I just like to use the deco leaf to get down here. Speaking of which, what does this do? Ah, okay, that gives us a way back up. Very interesting. We're not going back up though. We continue deep. Wow, there are a lot of them. By the way, something I should mention, if you're going to get the golden feathers, use your grapple hook before the boomerang, because once they're in this state, the grapple hook will kill them and you get nothing. I can't even fish off of you guys. You guys are completely useless. Why are y'all so light, but you make me so heavy? I know, God, grabbing vines. Grabbing vines. Grabbing vines. I'll get the sentence out there eventually, trust me. I speak good. That's a lie, I don't speak good at all. I speak well. Ha ha ha! Now, I'm gonna kind of confess to something. This is about the second or third time I've recorded this. The first time, after I beat Mothula, I didn't even get this far. I got distracted by a puzzle that was completely worthless and wasted a lot of time on it. The second time I was hunting a treasure chest. Ow. I couldn't get yet, and that was kind of a waste of time. And in both cases, I wasn't happy with the commentary that I was putting out. I don't mind putting out bad gameplay if it's funny, but bad gameplay and bad commentary at the same time feels like a bad episode. And if I feel like an episode is bad, then you guys will probably feel like an episode is bad. And if I'm going to, you know, create an episode for you guys to enjoy, and I think you guys won't enjoy it, then I would prefer to start over and re-record it. And I try not to do that too much. Okay, you can drown. But, sometimes I feel it's necessary. So, you know, when I say I had time to calm down, that's the truth. You can regrow your leaves if you fall in there? I didn't know that. Do you get goodies again? You do not. I want to see you regrow your leaves. I didn't know that was possible. Yeah. That's actually cool. They can't do that if they're on the ground. I've never seen them do that if they're on the ground. They just hop around and be pathetic. But apparently if they fall in the water, they regrow their leaves. That's actually kind of cool. But yeah, if I feel like an episode is bad, I would prefer not to put it out. And it's not something that I like to do, but starting over like this sometimes I feel is the right move. And in this case, it definitely feels like the right move. Alright. Can I get rid of you? One of you. Fantastic. Come on, you all so gung-ho to jump on me in the other room. Is it because you know I'm gonna do this? By the way, I didn't even remotely acknowledge it, but you can stun those things with the deco leaf. It's really useful. Try it sometime. And now we need to drop something in that hole. Because if we go in there ourselves, the flower on top will close up and we won't be able to do anything. We need to go across. I discovered that you can move these platforms just by using the leaf yourself. Go across, grab this bomb, and play basketball. And actually make it in the hole. It has to go in the hole, otherwise it won't do you any good. And apparently it's not going to bounce around and get in the hole by itself. I will! I'll go in the hole! Yay, look at me. Go in the hole, Link. Now the second time I record this, I'm just going to point this out. I made it to this room, but I didn't make it any further because I ran out of time trying to solve this puzzle, because at the time I didn't realize that you can move those platforms with the deco leaf, and I kept trying to hit that switch over there that I just nailed, trying to get it to move. And you guys certainly don't deserve to see me screaming at the game wondering why I can't get the switch to work when that's not the solution to the puzzle anyway. What's in here? Anything good? These are big bushes. Big, healthy bushes. Big, healthy bushes are so pretty. Take that as you will. Ah, so close. Nope. I knew as soon as I threw it I was off. This is the one complaint I have about this game. Well, I keep saying one complaint. I should just say this is a complaint on my growing list of things that are starting to irritate me. Puzzles around throwing or blowing with the leaf, relying on a straight line, can easily be screwed up without your intention, just by being a hair to the side. But there we go. Third or fourth time's the charm. Let's go see what our goodie is. Probably the boss key? That's what I would assume it would be. No, you got a treasure chart. Okay, that's still good. We were gonna have to come for this anyway. Take a look at the time. Still have a few minutes. We'll take a look at what's at the other end of that waterway, because it's right here. Although we gotta knock that flower down again. And then we'll start thinking about calling it an episode after that. I think at this point I'm at 23 minutes total-ish. I would like to stay between 25 and 30, so I'm probably not going to do too much more, but I want to take a look at what's over here. I knew you'd respawn. Classic. Well, I say classic, but did this game come out before or after Minish Cap? This is a classic Minish Cap puzzle. But if it was inspired by, you know, Wind Waker, I'm actually not sure. You guys were gonna sneak up on me and shoot the back of my head, weren't you? You totes were. Alright. As far as this ride goes, what do we get for our trouble, Johnny? We get shoes and grubby vines. Together at last. I like the fact that the vines come out to try to hold you in place. It's like the forest itself is rising against you now because you're getting too close to the master of the forest. And you know, this definitely feels like a room that we should probably take on next time. I'm gonna take a quick check here just to see what's up. Maybe we can do this right now. Maybe there's nothing more to it than hit the switches. Doesn't seem to be any combat. I bet these have to do some sort of order though. No? That's it, okay. So this room turned out to be very, very simple. And this, of course, has to be the big dungeon key. You got the big key. Use it to gain entrance to the room where the dungeon's boss lurks. View the map screen and see for yourself. I think that's a good place to call it, guys. We still have a couple of treasure chests to pick up. One on the 3rd floor and one on the basement before we head for the boss room. And we'll grab that one on the way. But we're going to do all of that next time. Thanks for coming out and joining me today. As always, I'm much appreciated. Actually, we do have some combat. Alright. Combat it is. You're not going to like how this ends. Don't you stab me in the back, dude. I know there's someone behind me. There we go. That was just a matter of time. Let's see, do I need to get the counter on you guys? There we go, look at that. That was a beautiful counter. 2 spoils balls? From me, you guys shouldn't have. You got a skull necklace, you can keep it in your spoils bag. This rather off-putting accessory would appear to be of little value, but shown to the right person it is apparently of great worth. So that's actually going to be worth a lot of money later on. I got another one. And this room is still shut, but I did see a door open up somewhere. Where was it? Must be at the top? Yeah, there it is. Alright, well. Now, we will call it an episode, guys. Thanks for coming out and joining me today. As always, as I was saying, I much appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, leave me that little thumbs up. Always helps the channel out, and I feel really good about those episodes. And you want me to feel good, don't you? If you're new to the channel and you want to see more Wind Waker, leave me a subscribe because I'm going to be uploading it every weekday, which means we'll probably be doing the boss on Monday, and you want to be here for that. And if you have any hints, tips, or tricks, leave me a comment down below. Once again, thanks for coming out and joining me today, and you guys have a great day. Later.